Do you prefer the child to be homeschooled or to send them to school? And what is the good age to start to send them to school? In many ways, there's no correct answer to this question because it completely depends on the family. It depends on the child and whether the child wants to go to school or not. A few things that I can encourage you to do. First of all, don't listen to what other people tell you. That's my first advice. Because very often parents are pressured by other people. It could be professionals, it could be grandparents, it could be friends who, look at your 18-month-old and say, that 18-month-old should be in school, they need it for socialization. Nonsense. It's absolute ridiculousness that a tiny child needs to be in school for socialization. How can I say that? Maybe that's a bold statement. Most of human history, 18-month-olds were not placed in rooms with other 18-month-olds and expected to socialize. For most of human history, babies were raised by tribes, right? Where you had people of all different ages. Yes, of course, some children, but also parents, grandparents, and so on. And so children were essentially raised in a tribal way. And so children in tribes are expected to learn behaviors and customs from older people, right? It's grandparents and parents who should be passing down customs, culture, and behavior to tiny children. Tiny children actually don't have much to learn from other children. Now, I'm not saying that it's bad for children to be with other children. I think it's very important. But is it more important for kids to be with other kids than for kids to be with adults? No, I cannot say that. And so I think that it is wrong for parents to be pressured to put their tiny children into school. I think that if it's possible for a child to be at home with mom or with dad or with grandparent, I think that's a wonderful thing. And so I think you need to make this decision based on what's best for your family. But my biggest advice for you is don't let society tell you what your child needs. Most of the time when people are giving you advice about what your kid needs, believe me, they don't know what they're talking about. And I just want to reiterate, I don't think it's natural for a tiny child necessarily to be with kids all the time. I think they need a lot of the time with adults too, to learn proper behavior. Children learn how to be good, kind, gentle people by adults, not by other children.